Good afternoon, Tero-Jussi.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
And thank you for inviting us to your new factory.
Okay, you're welcome. Something to show now.
Yeah.
Brand new facilities. And so
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, so yes, my name is Tero-Jussi Teppo and I'm working in Prima Power Oy as a Vice President for Purchasing and Logistics. Also, the real estate is part of my responsibility, so this is a little bit like my baby also, partly at least. Yes, I have, my educational background, I'm an engineer, MSc, graduated in '94 in Tampere University of Technology and the main subject of industrial economics. Been working in industry environment ever since, from '94, first 11 years in Wärtsilä, making the engines and or being there. And then in, let's say, autumn 2004 until today, I'm still here. I have been working with Prima Power.
Thank you. You have been making lots of progress during past 10 years in procurement and supply chain management. But what's your vision for the future of?
Okay, all in all, from the beginning of my time, also already in the past, we have had one vision maybe above the others, and that's been the close cooperation with the suppliers, and therefore to be more than just let's say typical, at least in the past, typical customer-supplier relationship. We have always wanted to be more involved, to be more part of that kind of let's say tighter cooperation, and that we have strengthened, and that is something where we are in that same path still, and yes. We are, let's say, the main vision is also in our corporate level is to strengthen the relationships with the suppliers, and especially the supplier network, because many of our suppliers today, they are supplying directly to us, but also they are supplying so that they are using our contracts and buying components and technology parts from our suppliers, exactly. Storing and handling the logistics on there and the material management, and then utilizing those parts when making the assemblies and the modules to us. Yeah. So it's like the many level supplier network management what we are having, and therefore once we are having that, we try to make that as smooth, as competitive as possible.
Okay, some words about your digital transformation. Can you tell about your digital transformation journey in supply chain management?
Okay.
What have you done?
Yeah, first there was a big bang and then it started up. Briefly thinking what we have done in the past years, we have, and also if we take the supply chain as a whole, we include our customers. We have done a lot of work in the customer side where the best example today is the fleet management, where we can do very advanced remote evaluation analysis and also support to the supply to customers in basically the whole lifetime of the machine if they want to, and so on. But with the supply chain and supply network, we have of course one of our very big step has been the supplier portal, what we have had now in 4 years, and very much that has been then extended to cover today more than 90% of the order lines what we purchase goes through the portal. Yeah. And in the portal, the main thing has been that this same solution we have been able to provide on-time information of the product data. Also, we have had and we have the the project management, so like what we were discussing before, that early involvement in the suppliers in the design phase. We use the portal for having the one place where we store and archive all the information and material what we have done together.
And perhaps have the discussion as well.
Yeah, correctly. All the memorandums, so the minutes are there. Then of course the reclaim handling is there, and then typical ones, the order process, which is very often very many of the other companies as well today, that the purchase orders, order acknowledgements, and so on. But we have really been focused more on this information management, simply because we are making the project-oriented products which are scalable ones. So very often the pure order line tells nothing to the supplier itself. They need to have all the other additional information available for that part they are involved with. Yes. So that's of course one of the key. Then we have, let's say, some logistical helps we have done. We have RFID solutions in certain parts, which means that the supplier actually are filling the components in our storage there, and they get the impulse from the RFID solution directly and so on. So it's very straightforward procedure in there.
You're like an early adopter in this industry, and you have done many things during the past years. But what would be your recommendation to the others that are planning the digital transformation? What would you say that focus on this, or give some tips?
Yeah, okay. Of course, the digitalization today is in many forms. So it's like I could say that more or less like the sky is the limit. But of course, the first thing is to really focus and think on both ways. That what your customer expectations are. That how can whatever you are thinking to digitalize, how that will support the customer, how it will make your life easier, what is really needed, and not only that what is needed today, but also try to think a little bit, let's say 5 to 10 years ahead, that okay, where you would like to be. And then of course from the supplier side the same thing, to spend some time to make the analysis and decent evaluation of that what is the capabilities of the suppliers, how much involved they are in digitalization today, and with whom. That is there, what kind of room if you are trying to bring your own solution onto their hands, that how capable is it? Is it the helping tool, or is it the tool, just another more tool to the supplier? So that's very important. And also then to think widely that technologies which are today available.
Focus on customer value creation, focus on making your own life easier, and focus on the supplier base and the capabilities in there.
Yeah, and I will say that it's still the old fact which counts in the purchasing or supplying. It's always that the ones who can make the needed quality with the needed time in a most competitive way wins the game. So all that is supporting in that less you have handprints there on the chain, the more cost efficient you can be. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but you can be, and therefore that's one of the keys. So the more you can use the digitalization and let's say automated solutions in your own supply chain, most probably you are well ahead on many of your competitors. And then it comes that okay, how well you can do for example, the manufacturing process itself, and etc., and how well you can digitalize that. That's basically the key.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Tero-Jussi. It was a great pleasure.
You're welcome.